Picture this, you get up from your favorite chair for just 30 seconds to grab a snack, and when you return, there's a furry little dictator sprawled across your warm spot, looking at you with those judgmental eyes as if to say, "This is mine now." If you're a cat owner, this scenario is probably as familiar as your morning coffee routine. Welcome to the fascinating world of feline seat appropriation, where your beloved pet transforms from cuddly companion to furniture pirate faster than you can say, "Excuse me, that's my chair." Today, we're diving deep into the psychology, biology, and sheer audacity behind one of cats' most universally annoying yet endearing behaviors. This phenomenon isn't just about cats being difficult, though they certainly excel at that. It's actually a complex combination of instinct, comfort-seeking, social dynamics, and yes, perhaps a little bit of spite. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll explore 10 fascinating reasons why your cat seems to have a PhD in strategic seat acquisition, and by the end, you might find yourself slightly more forgiving the next time Whiskers claims your recliner as their personal throne. So settle in, assuming your cat hasn't already taken your seat, and let's unravel this delightfully infuriating mystery together. Let's start with the most obvious reason: cats are basically furry heat vampires. Your body temperature hovers around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and when you sit somewhere for even a few minutes, you leave behind a perfectly cat-sized warm spot. To a cat, this is like finding a heated massage chair in the middle of a cold office. Cats naturally run warmer than humans, with body temperatures around 101 to 102 degrees Fahrenheit, but they still crave external heat sources. In the wild, cats would seek out sun-warmed rocks or cozy hiding spots to regulate their temperature and conserve energy. Your recently vacated seat is essentially a modern-day sun-warmed rock, preheated to perfection. This behavior is so instinctive that cats will often choose a warm seat over their own expensive cat bed. They're not trying to be difficult, they're just following millions of years of evolutionary programming that says, warm spot equals good spot. Here's where things get a little more complex and a lot more personal. When you sit somewhere, you leave behind your scent, and cats are basically scent detectives with a PhD in smell science. They have scent glands in their cheeks, paws, and other areas, and they're constantly gathering information about their environment through their incredibly sensitive noses. By taking your seat, your cat isn't just stealing your spot, they're conducting a thorough investigation of where you've been, what you've been doing, and probably judging your life choices. Then, they're adding their own scent to the mix, essentially creating a scent sandwich that claims the territory is jointly owned. This is your cat's way of saying, "This spot smells like my human, and now it's going to smell like me too," which makes it officially ours. It's actually a sign of affection and territorial bonding, even though it feels like an act of rebellion. Let's be honest, you have good taste in seating. You've probably spent considerable time and possibly considerable money finding chairs and sofas that support your body just right. Well, congratulations, because your cat thinks you have excellent judgment in furniture selection. Cats are connoisseurs of comfort. They can find the coziest spot in any room within minutes of entering it. When they see you repeatedly choosing the same chair, they take notes. "Human keeps sitting here," must be the optimal comfort zone, initiating takeover protocol. Your favorite chair has likely been molded by your body over time, creating the perfect depression and cushion arrangement. To a cat, this represents hours of human quality testing that they can now benefit from without any of the work. It's like having a personal furniture tester who's already done all the research. This one might sting a little, but your cat has likely figured out that your favorite seat is a prime real estate location for maximum human attention. Cats are surprisingly strategic social creatures, and they've observed that when you sit in that particular spot, you're usually relaxed, available, and more likely to dispense pets, treats, or general adoration. By occupying your chair, your cat positions themselves in the social center of your attention. They know that when you see them in your spot, you're more likely to interact with them, even if that interaction starts with, "Hey, that's my chair." Any attention is good attention in cat logic. This is also why cats often prefer to steal seats when you're clearly planning to sit down, rather than random chairs you never use. They've studied your patterns and know exactly when and where you're most likely to want to interact with them. Here's a sweeter interpretation that might make you feel less frustrated next time you find your cat in your chair. For many cats, taking your seat is actually a form of comfort-seeking behavior when you're not around. Your scent is strongest in the places you spend the most time, and for an anxious or bonding-focused cat, being surrounded by your smell is deeply comforting. This is particularly common in cats who have strong attachments to their humans or cats who experience separation anxiety. When you leave, your favorite chair becomes the closest thing to a hug they can get. They're not stealing your seat out of defiance, they're essentially trying to get as close to you as possible when you're not available for actual snuggles. If your cat particularly tends to claim your seat when you're away and vacates it when you return, this bonding behavior might be exactly what's happening. It's actually quite touching when you think about it this way. Cats are natural supervisors, and they prefer elevated positions that give them a good view of the domain. Many of our favorite chairs, recliners, office chairs, dining chairs, provide an excellent vantage point for monitoring household activities, watching for potential threats, like vacuum cleaners, and keeping track of their humans' movements. From your chair, your cat can see who's coming and going, monitor the kitchen for food preparation activities, keep an eye on other pets, and generally maintain their self-appointed role as household security manager. It's the perfect command center for a creature whose wild ancestors needed to constantly survey their territory for both prey and predators. This surveillance instinct also explains why cats often prefer chairs near windows or in central locations. They're not just being social, they're being strategic, choosing positions that maximize their ability to monitor and control their environment. Finally, we arrive at perhaps the most honest explanation for feline seat theft. Cats take your seat simply because they can. Cats are opportunistic creatures with a healthy sense of entitlement, and an empty chair represents an opportunity that shouldn't be wasted. This isn't malicious, it's just practical cat logic. Why lie on the floor when there's a perfectly good chair available? Why use their own bed when yours is warmer, smellier, in a good way, and more strategically located? In cat thinking, available resources should be utilized, regardless of human ownership concepts. This, because I can, attitude is actually one of the things many people love about cats, their unapologetic confidence and their refusal to be bound by human rules about property ownership. They live in the moment and take advantage of opportunities as they arise, including the opportunity to commandeer your favorite sitting spot. So there you have it, 7 fascinating reasons why your cat has appointed themselves as the supreme ruler of your seating arrangements. From heat-seeking behavior to social strategy, from comfort optimization to pure feline audacity, seat theft is actually a complex behavior that reveals just how intelligent, strategic, and wonderfully selfish our feline companions can be. So the next time you're engaged in a staring contest with a cat who's claimed your throne, remember that you're not just dealing with a furniture thief, you're dealing with a heat-seeking, scent-analyzing, comfort-optimizing, strategically thinking creature who has decided that your lap is the center of their universe. And honestly, that's not such a bad problem to have.